Basic Calculus. Here is number 1. Limit of 3 of x is equal to 0 as x approaches to 0. I will write the formula first. The instruction says to use the formal definition of limit to find the delta function in the epsilon. I remember the lesson in the formal definition of limit. For a function f defined in some open interval containing a, but not necessarily a itself, it should be absolute value of f of x subtracted to L is less than epsilon, and absolute value of x subtracted to a is greater than 0 but less than delta function. I will substitute the given value to their corresponding value. I should show that the number epsilon is equal to delta function. I can able to remove or factor out 3 so that both formula will be the same, so absolute value of 3 and absolute value of x minus 0 or simply x. Dividing both sides with 3,
Yung zero. Zero yun.
then cancelling it, which makes both of the formula equal now.
Ilan mo ba na sandali yun? Isa lang.
Epsilon over 3 is equal to delta function. Limit of 3 of x as x approaches to 1 is equal 1. It's the same in the first number. Limit of 3 of x plus 2 as x approaches to 2 is equal to 8. So I will substitute the given to the formula. Two minus 8, I will get absolute value of 3x minus 6 is divisible by 3. So I will divide both sides with 3. Then now I have epsilon over 3 equal to delta function.
Limit of x squared minus 1 as x approaches to 1 is equals to 0.
So, this is the given. Substitute this given to this formula. Absolute value of f of x minus L is less than epsilon. And absolute value of x minus a greater than 0 but less than delta function. We should show for any number epsilon is greater than 0. However small, there exists a number delta function greater than 0. So, your f of x here is x squared minus 1 and your limit is 0. So, minus 0, absolute value. Then copy. A represents 1, so substitute. Subtracting negative 1 to negative 0 is simply negative 1. We should show that both of these formula is equal. So, this given is factorable, which will become x plus 1 and x minus 1. Absolute value. Now, Pat, assume or think of a number in between a numerical coefficient which is 1 for us to eliminate. And this equation to be equal to this formula.
So let's assume that x is equals to 0 and 2. 2 is more appropriate to use. So let's substitute it to x. 2 plus 1. Then x minus 1. Absolute value E epsilon. Then 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. Then copy x minus 1. Then we need to factor out 3 so that we can eliminate it. So absolute value of 3 and absolute value of x minus 1. After that, divide both sides by 3. Cancel out.
Yeah, that's right. Therefore, epsilon over 3 is equals to delta function.
So now, I have the last number. Limit of x cubed plus 1 as x approaches to 0 is equal to 1. X cubed plus 1 is factorable, so I can have x times x squared. Factoring out, I will have absolute value of x and absolute value of x squared less than epsilon. I should think of the value for x to remove x squared. I remember that x has a numerical coefficient of 1, so I will think of two numbers, so 0 and 2. X equal to 2 will be absolute value of 4, dividing both sides with 4, so that we will cancel 4 out. Now, epsilon over 4 is equal to delta function. That sums up all my assignment. Now I can watch some TV.
Today, January 14, 2018, where fast and reliable news is delivered. This is the Courier News. In today's headline, a log bar in España, Manila burns down, which causes 15 people to die. Details will be delivered by Ms. Aducal.
Hello, we are here at España where the entire club was burned. I'm here with Mr. Daseco, one of the survivors of the fire incident. Sir, can you tell us something about what happened?
I can't believe that it would happen. We are the big party. When suddenly we hear some explosion that causes fire. We tried our best to stop it, but we can't. The fire already spread in vicinity. I'm so speechless. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
sir, I understand. That's all. Back to you, Jaira.